Get your St. Louis MMA fix at knucklejunkies.com.
This video is sponsored by Brad Carey with Realty Executives Premier. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, call Brad Carey. Need a lawyer who fights as hard as you? Call John Mayhem, attorney at law.
Okay, we're here at Shamrock FC Mayhem at River City Casino. Coltin Cole with a big first round TKO win over Brad Jones here on the main card. Spinning wheel kick, spinning kick landed on the head, and you kind of take it from there.
I was filling him out. I knew my movement is not easy to handle if you never fought me, nor have fought in 9 years, 7 years or something. So I just knew if I moved back and forth, showed something, I would eventually land that kick.
Yeah, you know, you've been working with Joe Mueller a lot lately. I mean, does some of that stuff kind of come stuff you worked on?
I'm telling you right now that Joe Mueller and Kurtz, two of my best friends for a really long time, and they let me come back when I was getting ready to fight again. And you know, those guys are quality guys down there, and it's just awesome that I finally get to reap some benefits for the quality of training I've had in my 8-year career. I was just taking fights, you know, short notice money, but now, you know, I'm back, and I want top guys.
I mean, you get a win like this on a card like this, an explosive win. I mean, that's just got to boost your career, but boost the confidence, and you know, moving forward for 2016.
Yeah, you know, I want to make an impact this year. Try to get a couple more fights in, and then you know, I don't know, fight somebody. You know, I got a good team around me, good nutritionist, Ed Smith, and Kurtz and everybody. So we'll be there.
All right, we're here at Shamrock FC Mayhem at the River City Casino. Rashard Lovelace, another quick outing, man. Spinning back fist in the first round, puts out TKO over tough Garrett Gross. I mean, just thoughts on the fight, thoughts on the performance.
I knew Garrett Gross was going to be one of the toughest opponents I've ever fought, to be honest. And worked a lot on the cage with my wrestling coach Dave Marigotani, and a lot on the ground with my coach Kevin Hahn, and striking, of course, with my coach Charlie Kelly. But you know, going to it, I was a little nervous, you know, because Garrett's a really tough guy, you know. And once I got in there, you know, I started getting my feet wet, you know, with my movement and everything, and I figured, you know, hit him with a couple kicks and see what he does. And I can tell after the first kick, he didn't want to add any more pressure to me. So bringing the fight to him, I kind of got a little brawl exchange there. But once he got on the cage, you know, it's in training, put yourself in the worst, you know, position possible, and then work your way out of it. So once I got there, you know, my nerves kind of calmed, and you know, it just pretty much took off from there.
Now, I mean, landing that shot, I mean, obviously something you worked on 100 times, and I mean, thousands of times. I mean, how did you set it up, and how did you know that it was open?
It's all about the movement, working your angles, and once I can get him going to, you know, his right, it's as soon as you see it going, you know, you cross over and bam, it's there, you know. And even if I would have missed it, you know, there was always something there to follow up with, you know, because in our game, you know, there's never an end to a combination. So once I set it up and hit him with it, I was just like, oh God, I actually landed it, and then turned around and he was down. I was like, all right, well, now it's time to finish it.
Yep. Now you've had 3 pro fights in less than a year. All of them pretty much spectacular finishes in the first round. I mean, what's the game plan? Just kind of take it along slowly and you know, go from there, or what?
After talking to my coach in the back locker room, he said, you know, once you get rid of Gross, you know, it's time to step it up, you know, and get higher in the food chain. So now it's time to, you know, get back in the gym and, you know, get back to the basics and, you know, start grinding and take it to the next level.
All right, Shamrock FC Mayhem co-main event winner Irvin. Eric with a unanimous decision win over Josh Weston. Kind of went out there typical, just put it on Twitter, kind of typical Eric style. You know, you kind of really mauled him and controlled things a lot. Just thoughts on the fight?
Yeah, you know, it's my first fight back at 70, so it was, I could definitely tell it was a little different. There was a learning curve to get, you know, he was strong. Wasn't any stronger than I thought he was going to be, but he was definitely tougher and a little more, he was a little more in shape than I anticipated, to be honest with you.
You know, second round, you know, things are kind of going your way. You had the body lock on, and you know, but then things, so some little transition happened and kind of slipped through.
Yeah, you know, I had that body triangle and got a little zealous, and you know, he kind of reversed and came out on top, and you know, he didn't do his typical. He rained down some punches on me. I felt like I did a pretty good job of defending those, but that surprised me, and you know, that was pretty cool.
Third round, Josh came back and connected with a solid shot. Kind of talk us about that.
I always want to stand and trade with somebody, and I think that third round, man, we stood up, I think, most of the time and traded punches, and I heard that 10-second felt ding, 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 and then I have felt a swift to the teeth, and I took like a one step back, and I felt my two knees kind of lock, click, click, and I step, and he didn't move, and I just kind of kept trolling backwards, and the bell rang, and I was like, woo! It was a pretty good one.
All right, in the Shamrock FC Mayhem main event, we have a early candidate for 2016 Knockout of the Year, Kevin Engle with a nice short left hook, KO over Kyle Kurtz in the second round, man. Just talk about that shot.
I felt kind of slowing down in the second round. I was really getting my range a lot better. In the beginning of the second round, I threw a really crisp jab cross hook that was about an inch short of hitting him. So I knew I could land it. I just had to wait for the right opportunity. And, next time I threw it was a knockout punch. And then, Kyle's a really tough guy, so I didn't want to leave anything to chance. I mean, we went down pretty hard, but, my job's to fight till the ref gets in between us. So I think I got him with one hammer fist at the end, but he's really tough, man. I didn't want him to get back up. He can take any punch.
Let's talk about the first round. He came out through plenty of leg kicks and landed some, and and you landed some shots too that he seemed to kind of absorb.
Yeah, most of the shots I threw, I really kind of missed. I hit him in the body a couple times, but I think he even felt my power, because even when I missed and hit him in the body, I kind of knocked him off of me quite a bit. His kicks were strong, but didn't really affect me. I checked them all. And I was just trying to find my range. He's a good, tough guy, strong guy. So, I was very patient. I like to be patient in there. I hit hard enough that I think if I connect with anybody, I'll knock them out. So, I wait for that knockout to come to me.
Now, this kind of goes without saying, 18 months or so since you last fought, you come back against a guy who was, candidate for, one of the fighters of the year in 2015, and you come away with the KO win.
Yeah, man, it's great. I couldn't ask for anything more. My return to the cage on such a big show, I think it was the best show Shamrock puts on, and I hope that, my fight just put an exclamation point on that.
Any surprises out there that you noticed or didn't expect, or I thought he moved a little bit better than what I seem to remember, and just anything kind of come to your mind?
Yeah, he moved really well the first round, which is why I kind of had a little problem with my range. In the second round, he kind of slowed down and stood still a little bit more, but no surprises. I know Kyle's tough. I know he's strong. I actually thought he would try and take me down a little bit more. I think he tried 2 or 3 times. I defended him. I worked really hard on defending takedowns. I thought he might try a little bit more, but nothing surprising, man. He's a tough guy and a good fighter.
knucklejunkies.com.
The bell rang, and I was like, woo!